Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm excited to present our recent work on firmware update security. So, IoT or embedded devices are almost everywhere in our daily lives. So by 2025, the market size for embedded devices is expected to reach nearly 120 billion. This growth highlights the increasing prevalence of embedded or IoT devices in our daily lives. For these devices, regular firmware or software updates are crucial as they can fix bugs, enhance functionality, and improve security. However, despite the importance, firmware or software updates can also be risky and cause significant damage in the real world. You might be familiar with two notable real-world incidents. In 2020, reports revealed that US government and more than 30,000 public and private organizations, including Microsoft and Intel, suffered from a large-scale software supply chain attack, well known as SolarWinds hack. More recently, in July 2024, CrowdStrike issued a faulty update to its sensor software, resulting in approximately 8.5 million Windows system crashing. This event now recognized as the largest outage in IT history. So both of the incidents stem from a critical problem, the lack of a dependable or secure update mechanism, which allow malicious or faulty updates to compromise vast networks. In fact, such an issue also threatens various IoT devices, such as cameras, network devices, or IoT hubs. According to the OWASP IoT project, lack of secure update mechanisms, especially lack of firmware validation on device, is listed as one of top 5 security issues for IoT. So to this end, our research aims to answer two critical questions. First, what are the vulnerable patterns in firmware update mechanisms? To answer the first question, we collected and analyzed around 400 CVE reports, built a systemization based on the abstract firmware update model. Second, how can we identify vulnerabilities in firmware update mechanisms effectively? To answer the second question, we propose a new framework for vulnerability detection that specifically focuses on firmware update passes and validate our system using 12,000 firmware images. So this figure shows a typical firmware update workflow, which includes 4 phases: generation, delivery, verification, and installation. Upon analysis of hundreds of CVE reports, we summarize the security risks in each phase. In the generation phase, a firmware image is created, sent by the developer, and distributed to servers via supply chains. However, weak access controls in this phase can result in compromised supply chains, as demonstrated by SolarWinds hack I mentioned earlier. The firmware image is then delivered to the device through various interfaces or protocols, such as HTTP and Bluetooth, potentially involving device users or maintainers. In this process, unreliable communication channels or manless device users or maintainers can introduce tampered firmware. So the third phase is a verification phase, which is the most critical because in this phase, the authenticity, integrity, freshness, and compatibility of the firmware are checked using signatures, digest, versions, and device IDs. Missing or improperly executed verification steps in this phase can result in unintended firmware being installed. Through our analysis of CVE reports, we discovered that several of the most common vulnerabilities actually occur during this phase. So in the installation phase, the firmware is installed and the device reboots with only a simple security inspection. Therefore, if an insecure verification phase is in place, compromised firmware can be installed successfully. We found that security vulnerabilities can arise during any phase of the firmware update procedure. However, a robust firmware verification mechanism can mitigate most of the vulnerabilities originating from other phases. Therefore, our research primarily focuses on identifying vulnerabilities within the verification phase. To detect these vulnerabilities, we proposed and developed the ChkUp. The goal of ChkUp is to detect missing or improper verification of authenticity, integrity, freshness, and compatibility in firmware update mechanism. This figure shows the overview of our framework. At high level, the key idea of ChkUp is to extract the program execution paths for a firmware update procedure and then identify the chain of verification steps within the procedure for further inspection. So let's delve into more details. When designing ChkUp, we encounter three main challenges. First, the diversity of firmware update related programs makes it difficult to recover firmware update execution paths. To overcome the first challenge, we represent control flows and inter-process communication across different types of firmware update related programs using graphs. And we recover execution paths using backboard program slicing. So this process traces the flow of the execution from the point of device reboot back to the update trigger or firmware delivery, resulting in complete execution paths for firmware updates. The second challenge is that it's hard to identify in firmware verification steps from numerous functions along the execution paths. To address this challenge, we identify those verification steps by combining syntactic, structural, and data flow semantic features to assess function similarity. By matching improper or missing steps in the firmware update execution paths, we can pinpoint where vulnerabilities occur and issue alerts, which can effectively help to discover those security gaps. Third, as you may know, that static analysis can introduce false positives, making it necessary to validate those alerts. To achieve that, we need to create a testing firmware that can successfully pass its previous verification steps in order to test the potentially vulnerable step. So we generate and apply a patch that can bypass those dependencies for each firmware on the test, allowing us to isolate and test those potentially vulnerable verification steps. And we then emulate the patch firmware to produce a proof of concept with manipulated update firmware, which can demonstrate the existence of the vulnerability. For our study, we collected 157,000 firmware images from various IoT vendors, such as TP-Link, ASUS, and Netgear, etc. This extensive dataset is open source and available on GitHub for further research by the community. We ran ChkUp on 12,000 firmware images, and this figure illustrates the distribution of alerts across firmware images from different device types. As you can see, a significant portion of the alerts stem from firmware in various network devices and cameras, and the most prevalent security issues identified by ChkUp involves vulnerable integrity verification, such as the use of weak algorithms such as CRC and MD5. So common issues in authenticity verification include the absence of verification steps and the use of symmetric digital signature. For freshness and compatibility verification, unprotected data such as file names is frequently used to verify versions of device IDs, which can be easily bypassed by changing the file name. By validating alerts on 150 firmware images, we got an 86 true positive rate and a 5.3% of false positive rate. This high accuracy demonstrates the reliability of effectiveness of our framework in identifying real vulnerabilities. And our validation process also led to the discovery of 25 CVEs and 1 PSV, which shows the practical impact of ChkUp in identifying real-world vulnerabilities. In summary, our research systemized security risks in firmware update pipelines using numerous CVE reports. ChkUp can effectively identify firmware update vulnerabilities by resolving update passes and examining verification procedures. So our evaluation with real-world firmware images resulted in the assignment of 25 CVE IDs and 1 PSV ID. Thank you for your attention. For more information, you can visit our project website or our GitHub repository. I'm now open to any questions you may have. Thank you.